what boredom really is, is your mind is trying to run away from you. That's why we think anything to run away. And this is where I come to my little simile, which I developed over a few years, of the coffee shop. The simile of the coffee shop goes like this. Now those of you who have come to every retreat, you are going to hear the same story again and again and again until you understand it. When you understand it, you don't need to come to a retreat anymore, you become enlightened. So your penance for coming every time is to hear the same stories every time. So anyway, this is a coffee shop simile. Someone gives you a call in the afternoon and say, are you free this afternoon? Come for a cup of coffee. And you say, okay, I'm free this afternoon. And then they tell you, we are going to go to Gloria Jean's, not Dome, not Coffee Bean, not Starbucks. We're going to go to Gloria Jean's because I like Gloria Jean's. I know you don't like Gloria Jean's. By the way, that this should be sponsored by Gloria Jean's. I expect a free cup of coffee the next time I go there for sponsoring Gloria Jean's coffee shops. And I should get sponsorship as a monk, because this is actually recorded. And you do go sort of online overseas. And many people actually listen to my talks. The talks in Nollamara, how many people actually download them? It's like 30, 40,000? That sort of number? So imagine we can get sponsorship. I could sort of open up my robe, and underneath the robe was, where's it gone? Gloria Jean's! We can make a lot of money for the Buddhist Society that way. We can finish off the Dhammasara Nuns Monastery, no worries at all. Ajahn Brahm only uses Gillette razor blades. The possibilities are endless. But anyway, so she said, I want to go to Gloria Jean's, I don't want to go to those other coffee shops because I don't like them. And you are going to have a latte, not a cappuccino, because I know you just like your cappuccinos, but I like lattes and you're going to have one too. And you're not going to have one of those muffins, those blueberry namby-pamby muffins. You're going to have a Anzac biscuit, because it's like Anzac Day soon. So we're going to have a biscuit, and that's what you're going to eat. We're not going to sit out in the front where you like sitting. We're going to sit in the back. We're not going to talk about your stupid Buddhism. We're going to talk about politics, and I like talking about politics. We're going to stay there for an hour and a half, because that's how much time I have. Not an hour, not 2 hours, 1 hour and a half. Okay? Now, if someone invited you for a cup of coffee, and they told you where you're going to go, what coffee you're going to drink, what you're going to eat, what you're going to talk about, where you're going to sit, and for how long, would you want to go with them? Of course not. You make up some excuse. I just remembered. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I've got to go to the dentist this afternoon. It slipped my mind. I'm terribly sorry. Anything to get out of going with such a control freak. And so you get out of that, and a few minutes later you get a call from somebody else. They say, how are you feeling this afternoon? And you say, no, I've got to go to the dentist. And they say, oh, it's such a shame. That coffee shop you keep on liking, no, I'd like to try that. And you say those lattes at that coffee shop are to die for. I don't really like lattes, but you praise them so much, maybe I like to have one as well. And, you want to talk, always talking about this Buddhism and meditation business. Maybe, you can tell me some more about Buddhism. And we can sit wherever you want, however long you want to sit. If someone is kind to you like that, and interested in what you're interested in, you'd probably say, hang on, I'll just cancel the dentist appointment, I'm coming. You'd want to go with them, because they're kind and they're interested in what you're interested in. And you go and stay there, and you spend all afternoon there, 3, 4, 5 hours, because you're hanging out with a good friend. Now hopefully you can understand that simile, if you haven't heard it before. If you heard it before, it's reinforcing something very important. You sit down on your mat or on your chair, and you tell your mind, right mind, we are now going to watch the breath. We're not going to do loving kindness meditation, we're not going to do vipassana, we're going to do sweeping, you're going to watch the breath, because that's what I want you to watch. And you're going to sit there for 1 hour, not half an hour, not an hour and a half, 1 hour. And you're going to sit on the floor, not on the chair, because I want you to learn how to sit on the floor. And you're not going to wander around anywhere, okay, because I want you to stay with the breath, okay? And of course, when your mind hears that, you know, it says, oh, I'm really busy, I've got to go all this important thing I've got to think about. Anything to get away from you. Now that is one of the main reasons why people have a restless mind. Because your mind is trying to escape from you. And if it can't escape through thinking, it will escape through sleepiness. All of that. First of all, sleepiness is because you are really tired. But then once the tiredness is over, the boredom is just trying to escape from yourself. Because you haven't got a good relationship with your mind. You and your mind have just been fighting each other for far too long. So that's where it's good to be kind. When you're kind, what you're saying there is, okay, thoughts, if you want to think, yeah, you can think. Off you go. Have a nice time. You don't control your mind. You're kind to it. And if anyone has problems with restlessness or with tiredness in the next 7 days, try this very powerful method. Ask your mind, what do you want to do, mind? Not what I want you to do, but mind, what do you want to do? And if your mind says, oh, I just want to think about, business, fine, please go ahead, mind. If you say, I want to think of romantic fantasies, yes, go ahead, mind, whatever you want to do. Then you will find something amazing happens. It's like reverse psychology. If you are kind to your mind will go thinking about something for a few minutes, and then it'll come back to you and say, why, thank you so much. Now, what do you want to do? Is it all right, mind, if we can just maybe watch the breath for a few minutes? I say, yeah, okay. You are nice to me, I will be nice to you. It's just a relationship problem, that's what it is. Sometimes, I ask people to do this, you don't know what to do. Ask your mind, what do you want to do? And sometimes you mind, I want to go for a walk. So you take your mind for a walk in the grounds. And when you come back, what do you want to do now? I'd like a cup of juice. So give yourself a cup of juice. And then you ask your mind, what do you want to do now? I said, actually I want to meditate now. And if you are working with your mind, you find it's never restless. You're working with it rather than against it. And you find you have far more time on your cushion or on the walking path if you work with your mind. And you have that experience of that second woman who goes to the coffee shop with their best friend. You're sitting down on your meditation cushion and the mind said, yeah, let's meditate together. And you meditate for 5 hours. Jeez, 5 hours? I can only do half an hour. How many times have you been with a good friend and time just flies past and you don't notice the time passing? You look at it, wow, that time already? That's actually what happens with that friendliness to your own mind. So don't own the mind. Your mind is not a slave. It's not a maid you can boss around. Because you've been bossing it around for too long, that is why it keeps running away from you. With restlessness, fantasies, sleepiness, these are all ways of escaping. Escaping from what or from whom? Escaping from you. That's what it is. So please admit it. And when you're kind, your mind doesn't want to escape from you at all. It hangs out with you and it loves your company, which means it stays. Hours you spend together. No restlessness, no sleepiness, having a wonderful time together. That is the meaning of that simile.